I obtained a few models. You've probably seen my channel for a TT02 Tamiya on the Audi Quattro. You've probably seen also the SCA 1E, the Range Rover with the metal wheels and metal upgrades, and the fantastic Armour Typhon, the Mega. And so I'm now looking for my next stage of updating myself a little bit now. So here we are, LiPo packs. So I've now gone for a couple of LiPo packs, one for myself and one for my son, and looking to try and get a little bit more run time so we can have a little bit more fun. So let's open up one of these packs and see what's inside. So upon opening the pack, this is what you're presented with. So this is the Intelligent battery pack. This is a 5200 milliamp hour. It's rated at a constant 50C, and you'll probably notice here this is the LiHV version. A little bit of explanation in a moment. So it gives you a 7.6 volts of power or voltage. So yeah, this is how the pack comes. So it comes with the nicely presented and nicely wrapped LV. Gone for the hard case. Recommendations by a couple of fellow RCs on the channel, recommending to go for the hard case versions. Reasonably light, not too bad. We'll do a little weigh in the moment. Basics of there, not too big. 2S, as you can see. You also get, I've gone for the Dean's connector version. So there you go. So you get the Dean's on the end. You get your 2S balance plug, and these terminate into gold-plated bullet connectors, banana connectors, whatever you want to call them, and the smaller bullet in for the LiPo balancing port. So reasonably nice, reasonably well, quite soft silicon, very well made. And you also get a packet of spare gold plated banana connectors or bullet connectors, so that if you wish to make your own cables up, you can do that, or you can use them as spares in case the others wear out. So this is what they are. It's very well packaged. Protection, a bit of sponge at the bottom. Oh, not forgetting the obligatory instructions. Have a little read of those off camera. Don't want to bore you with those. So yeah, that's what you get. Notice that it doesn't come bubble wrapped. I'm assuming this manufacturer believes in their build quality. There's no rattling around. You'll see I've seen on some of the channels and from colleagues of other manufacturers that you're able to buy from a well-known online retailer, that the battery tends to be rattling around inside on other manufacturers. On here, none of that at all. Looks solid as anything. Yeah, this looks as if it's going to be a nice battery pack. So let's see what it comes in terms of weight, and let's see what the actual voltage that's inside this battery pack upon storage and manufacture, etc., upon delivery. See where they are. Back in a moment. So okay, let's see how much this 5200 milliamp hour Intelligent LiHV battery pack weighs. So this is just some standard kitchen scales, so you have to excuse me. There's nothing majorly scientific, but very basic. So there you are. So according to the kitchen scales, it weighs 257 grams. Not too bad at all. So turn those off. Okay, so let's have a little look at some of those dimensions. So let's first of all look at the length as we're there. Have to excuse my crudeness, so just gonna pop that along there. There you go. So around about 138-ish, 137 millimeters. This is without the cables in the ports, of course. So let's have a look at the width of the battery. It's around about 45-ish, 45 millimeters. Yeah, about 45, 46, 45, 46 millimeters, 45 and a half. And how thick? Excuse me. So how thick? Around about 20, well, about 21, about 21, maybe 22 millimeters. So it's a nice reasonable size, reasonably light. And let's have a look and see what the voltage is and the storage voltage is from the factory. So from the factory, you have now the cables. This is how the cables are attached. You've got your balancing cable on here, and you've got your silicon main power cables. Okay, so this is battery number 1 from the factory, the 3.66 cell 1 and 3.69 on cell 2. So that's 0.03 difference between cell 1 and cell 2. That's not too bad. And this is battery 2. Same manufacturer. Cell 1 3.76 and cell 2 3.75. So again, they're very close, 0.01 difference between cell 1 and cell 2. So it's the Intellect 5200 milliamp hour 7.6 LiHV batteries. Obviously that's taking into account any accuracy on this device. I think it's a reasonably competent device, but yeah, that's taking any account of those. It's well made, and you're asking, well, John, why did you go for the LiHV version? Well, I went for this version as opposed to a standard LiPo. Probably not so much for the performance. I'm really only sort of casual and pleasure use of my models. I sort of go to the local parks and just give them a good thrash around and just generally have fun. I've gone for this HV version because you can charge these batteries up to 4.35 volts per cell, and normal LiPos are 4.2 volts per cell. In view of some of the comments you get and some of the warnings that you get about LiPos and being careful with your LiPos and looking after your LiPos and catching fire and things like that, I've gone for this version purely because if I'm only charging this now to the 4.2 volts per cell, I have that window of error from 4.2 to 4.35 in with the accuracy of your charger, and that means that I'm not stressing the cell or the cells here when I'm charging. So the idea is that should minimize any risk of any fire or the puffing of the cells individually, etc. So I plan to look after these and obviously make sure that I do charge them properly and charge them and balance them properly. Do need to properly put this, going to need to obviously put this onto a storage charge and get this up to 3.8
so that it can be storage charged. But these, I've gone for these purely because of that extra sealing from the charge pack, giving me some safety element. And these really do seem well built. I'm actually quite excited to get this used and see how this performs.
And to charge these packs in, I've also purchased a couple of LiPo bags, safety bags. Don't think I'm going to run into any problems. I don't think these seem very well manufactured and very well put together. Even these cables are very strong. But just in case, I've got one of these. Well, actually got two of these. One for each one. Yeah, Velcro, very tough, as you can see. The sack will sit the battery inside. So let's just see how that fits in. Yeah, there you go. So, fits in rather nicely. So if you want it to charge, no problem at all. Slips in there nicely. Cables coming out the end. Okay, and you can also use them to store the batteries in as well. So nice and snug. And this will Velcro over. A little bit of manoeuvring. Cables are new, so a bit stiff. But, something along those lines like that. There you are. So next, how do you charge?